How you guys doing? Welcome to this webinar, Discover how to gain a competitive edge in your career. Welcome all of you here joining me today. And yeah, I'm happy to see you guys again. How you guys doing? How is your feeling right now? Do you feel great on a scale from 0 to 10? How are you feeling right now? 10? Wow, okay. I saw 8, 10. Wow, that's great. Okay, seems a lot of you here have high energy today. That's great. And we're going to talk about something very interesting. And before we continue, why not just all of you here just type in the chat box right now where you're from. I would like to know which country you're from. Okay, type it there. All right, I see Malaysia, France, UK, Singapore, South Africa, Germany, Mumbai, Philippines, UAE, Perth, Egypt, Cambodia, Romania, Singapore, Mexico, Sydney, UK. All right, great. Brunei. Wow, thank you. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. Since you're from different country, so you are from different time zone. So you're watching this webinar at different time, right? So I should deeply appreciate for your effort and your commitment to attend. And this tell me one thing, right? It tell me that all of you here have a huge appetite of learning. You aspire to become better. Isn't it true? Right? Otherwise, why you show up today, right? So I would say that inside you, you have a drive to actually become better, and you know you can become better by actually learning more information. Guys, and today I'm going to do my best here to give you some information that I will say that it will be useful for you to navigate your career, and hopefully you can actually achieve something great in your career. Because a lot of people keep asking me, hey, Iverson, right, what I should do in my career. Normally, I would just tell them like this. It doesn't matter what you do. The most important thing is whatever you decided to do, make sure you be great at it. Agree? I don't care what you do, as long the thing is legal. Yeah, if you're great at it, then you're successful. Yeah, that's how I see our job. So I don't have certain restriction like I only can do this and I cannot do something else, right? No, it's not, right? BaZi or metaphysics doesn't design in that way that limit your freedom. It doesn't restrict you. It doesn't disable you, which in fact, it actually gives you more freedom and flexibility by knowing certain, I would say, context. How do you actually explore more of your talent? And when you do something that, that align to your every cell in the body, your DNA, your gift, then you'll find enjoyment as well. Yeah. So, and this is what we're going to talk about more of today. Okay. So let me see who is joining in. Okay. I've been told that also today there'll be a group of people are very new to this. Probably this is the first time. How many of you here are very new to metaphysics? Type the word me. Probably this is your first time. Okay. All right. I see some of you here. Becky, Maureen, Emily. All right. Okay. So if you're very new here, okay, let me just use a minute or two to introduce myself. My name is Iverson Lee. I'm a consultant, speaker, and instructor from Joey Up Consulting Group. So the system that I use on my daily work, I'm using Chinese metaphysics. So if you heard about like BaZi, Feng Shui, Shimen Dunjia, or Yi Jing, yeah, these are under the Chinese metaphysics umbrella. And I use this understanding this knowledge and the method of application to help my clients to achieve certain goal. Okay, so besides I'm a teacher, I'm also a consultant. So I do work with people one-to-one. And also another part of me, I also spend a lot of time, in fact, teaching others for those people who are interested to improve their life using Chinese metaphysics, just like all of you here today. So that's why I'm so excited to talk to hopefully I can see you face to face, but now I just can see your username. Hope in one day we can actually gather together doing a live event so I can talk to you personally, right? So till then happen, I will say that maybe we can actually get things started. Yeah, because as you know, we are nearing the fourth quarter of the year. right? So almost a year already passed by. So how you guys doing? Yeah, so far for the year. Have you reached all your goal already? Or you put in hot right now? How is your goal that you set earlier since January? Okay, so I see some of you not yet. Some will say looking for a job. Okay, all right. So this is okay. Then this precisely is what we're going to talk about today. Okay, because the whole reason of learning Chinese metaphysics is to solve problems. Because everyone asking me, hey, Iverson, how do you actually help people to become more happier? How many of you here want more happiness? Say I. How many of you want more joy in life? Of course, right? All of us say, who doesn't, right? So, and if you want to, don't you think we only can become happy by successfully solving a problem? Yeah, it doesn't matter whether the problem is big or small. Right? Sometimes I think a simple happiness like this happened like a year ago. Yeah, when my basin, the kitchen, there's a sink, and then the water cannot go through. Right, something's stuck in the between. It frustrated, isn't it? Right. So and then when the when we actually arrange an appointment for the plumber, and then they are not free, and then we need to wait for 2 days. And after that, they come and then they solve the problem. Certainly, there's a joy of happiness. Right, that's a small thing. Yeah, but if you look at the bigger scale, yeah, there are much more important problem. Yeah, that we are actually encounter right now, especially in the post-pandemic era right now. And I also saw from the messages here, some of you say that you're in a hot soup right now and you cannot, you're still struggling to look for a job, right? So it's not easy, right? Because this is the reason, because now we need more career-wise more than ever, because job security is no longer there, isn't it? Right? We can get fired anytime. Yeah, even you do a great job. How many of you here agree with me with this? Have you met someone? A lot of people, they are responsible, right? They are great stuff, but they're still got retrenched or got downsized, right? So this is the world that we're living right now. So it's not about praying and hoping the thing will change. Yeah, but how do we actually able to ride the wave and blend in and find more opportunities in this ever-changing and volatile world that we are living in right now. So one of the way to do this here is to solve problems, right? So solve, like right now, if you cannot find a job, it's a problem, isn't it? So, and metaphysics, if you actually use Chinese metaphysics, it gives you certain direction or certain strategy or certain method to help us to solve problems. And when we solve a lot of problems along the way, we become successful. Don't you think successful is about accumulation of how many problems you're able to solve in your life? Right? So if you're able to solve more problems, bigger problems, you become more successful. So therefore, that is because a lot of people asking me, hey, Iverson, why you are learning metaphysics? What is the reason behind? Yeah, I'm not going to use this to predict something, right? It's because our life is not carved in stone, right? Our future is still work in progress. So it's a bit depressing. You predict everything like, oh, this is the way it is. You cannot do anything about your life. Yeah, so this is not the reason Bazi or Feng Shui or Qigong are designed. So, and today we're going to talk about, we're going to use a lot about Bazi. Yeah, why is Bazi? Because for me, some of you actually heard my my story before, that 8 years ago, I was in a very different career. I was a programmer. And that's why I can understand when people talk about career problems, their struggle. I can understand that because I've been there, right? I understand how it feels. So that time I'm not happy with what I'm doing. I resent my job even, and I don't know where to turn to. And that's when I came across this tool or this system, which I'm still using it till today, is BaZi. How many of you here heard about BaZi before? BaZi. Okay, I think most of you did. If you haven't, it's a Chinese astrology system that we can actually use it to help us to improve our life. So this is a system that I came across during that time. And a lot of people mistaken that, by using BaZi is just about telling me what to do, what I should do next, which direction I should go. That one I don't think is the most powerful strategy or instructions. But which in fact 95% of the people keep asking, what is my suitable industry, what kind of role I should play, right? So which direction or which country you should go. So that one might not able to make you successful. So how I use BaZi, instead of actually try to look what I can do, I focus on what I should think, right? My philosophy. I actually work on my thoughts because I know that only if I think different, then I can become a better person. Agree or not? Right? So most of the time, our solution to our career is not to move to the next company. Agree? Right? Because if you bring you with you, you will create the same problems that you created in the first place. How many of you here agree with this? Right? That's why I see a lot of people, they keep moving job from company to companies, and then they're asking me, how come I meet a different, I would say that a different boss name, different names of their boss because they keep moving company, but they're almost the same person. Right? So it's like different names, but it's the same person. Why? Because we doesn't change. So the way I use BaZi along the way, instead of actually thinking about what to do next, right? That one is a bit superficial. I'm talking about how to become a better person by thinking better, by having a better philosophy in life. And when I think better, I make better decision. I take different action. Agree? So when I become a different person, a better person, I can attract different outcome into my life. Because we cannot control the environment, right? We work on ourselves. This is how I use BaZi to do this. So now, once this is my angle, right? So because you can use BaZi in so many ways. I'm just telling you this is how I use it, and to help myself from a place where I'm struggling financially, and to a point right now I can actually support myself, right? And then I can enjoy my the rewards as well, and achieve my dreams, right? So last time I was in debt, creditors are calling, right? So, and then a lot of things not happening, right? And I hate my job. So, and I managed to turn this around. I used 2 years to do it, right? So, and this is precisely my point. A lot of people thinking astrology is just like, okay, Iverson, just give me maybe one activation or one button to click, then your life change. No. Right? Because you know that if you don't change, nothing will change. So we use BaZi to work on ourselves first. And the turning point, right? The turning point here is when I actually I read a lot of books, and I actually come across a quote by Jim Rohn, the late Jim Rohn. He say one very profound quote. I read it from his book. Some of you, I think you also came across his work before. You know who is Jim Rohn? Yeah, the late Jim Rohn. So he's one of the very genius philosopher as well. And he actually, there's one word that caught my attention. It says that if you work hard on your job, right, you will make a living. It's fine, right? But if you work hard on yourself, you will make a fortune. Do you see how profound this quote is? Right, let me repeat again, right? This quote is not I created. Yeah, Jim Rohn says this. Okay, I just tell you. He says that if you work hard on your job, you make a living. But if you choose to work hard on yourself, you make a fortune. Right? Don't you think by just a shift of the way of thinking, your world will change drastically? Right? The way you decide on things, how you approach your work will be different. So, and once I realized this, I said, wow, this is so profound. I need to work on this. So what I should work hard on? Myself. So what I do that time, I educate myself, right? So I use whatever income that coming in, I dedicate 20% of my annual income to go and study and educate myself. How many of you here have this practice as well? You actually allocate certain amount of money to educate yourself because you know that you only can become better when you know more. Right? You only can become more when you know better. Very good. I see a lot of me here. That's great. And how do I know this? Because I notice a lot of successful people, they do the same thing, right? They have a lot of money already, but they still continue to learn. So I think, maybe that's the reason they're successful, because they're curious, right? They want to learn more. So that is how it gets started. So, and therefore, I also learned BaZi. Yeah, at that time, I learned a lot of BaZi. I deep dive into it. I learned a lot of things. And so today, I'm going to teach you how to do that. All right. The same thing I learned, same thing I experienced. So I need you to actually take out your BaZi chart for today's session here. You need that. You have to benefit from today's webinar. So have you actually got your BaZi chart ready? Okay, let me just bring out. If some of you here are new to this, so okay, there you go. Yeah, there's a link here, joeyup.com/BZ chart. Okay, or the QR code there, just scan the code, and then you can actually get your chart plotted out. You can use your smartphone or iPad or whatever, because today's session, I'm going to guide you reading your own chart. Okay, first of all, let me explain first, right? What is this? What is this BaZi chart here? This BaZi chart, a lot of people think that this is like, is this something spiritual, or is it something magical about the chart? Is it something got to do with religion, or is it complicated? Yeah, so let me just ask you one question here. How many of you here own a television at home? Type the word me if you have a television at home. Okay, great. Okay, so imagine this. Yeah, let's say you order a new television, and then here come the delivery guy, and then have to install it. And then he say, hey, okay, yeah, this is the user manual. Right, nowadays you come with a soft copy, right? So in the old days, have a thick user manual. So let me ask you, do you read the user manual page by page? No, right? You throw it away. Okay, so and or we use it to even out an uneven table. So what we use, why we don't read the user manual? Because we only use what? 3 functions of the TV primarily. What are the 3 functions? On and off switch, switching channels, or turn up or the volume, or turn down the volume, right? So these are the 3 functions. But do you know that, this only represent a very small percentage of what the TV can do for you, especially nowadays we have a smart TV. Right? So the same thing here apply to ourselves. So most of us, whatever we do daily is almost automatic. We don't even think about it, like wake up, go to work, eat, reproduce, sleep, right? This is what we do. And only probably after you live maybe for quite some time, maybe 40 years or 50 years, only you realize that there are much more things you can actually do or discover within yourself. Yeah, but it's not your fault. Yeah, but that's why you see a lot of people, they feel regret, right? So they'll say something like, I wish I should do this while I'm young, right? I'm regret right now. It's too bad to turn back time. So, but it's not their fault. Because why? Because when we are born, it doesn't come with a user manual. Yeah, imagine this. If every baby that comes into this world, there's an attached user manual to it, would it be cool? Right? At least you know your function. How do you actually maximize your talent, right? Understand how to troubleshoot, right? All the features that you have, right? So therefore, in BaZi chart is nothing more than, is a live user manual. Okay, let me show you this. Okay, the BaZi chart that you are plotted just now is a live user manual. Yeah, it's nothing to do with religion or whatever. It's just say that it's a reflection of who you are, what is the features within you, and what kind of upgrade you can upgrade, right? It's not just your operating system, because along the way, you can become better, right? So if you look at the luck pillar, some of you learned BaZi before, luck pillar is iOS installation upgrade. So you become better along the way. You need to know what kind of software that installed within you, so you can plan your life ahead. And you also can see what kind of pitfall that potentially falls upon you. So you either can prepare to actually address those issues, right, or divert it, right? There are so many ways you can actually look into this. So therefore, this is the system that I used 8 years ago, right? When I'm not happy with my career, I want to make a change, I'm struggling financially. So this is what I do. And then after 2 years, I make a shift. And that time when I look at the chart, the one part I'm looking at is also, since I don't like to do this, what is the next direction I can take, right? Then the chart tell me that time you need to be persistent. Because my chart tell me my nature is, if anything doesn't work after 3 months, it means it's not working. This is how I think. How many of you here think the same thing? If you try hard, you hustle, after three months, you don't see any results, then you give up. Yeah, this is exactly me. Right. So therefore, the chart says this is not how you're going to create something you want in your life that time. Right. So therefore, I understand this. And also I also check, okay, if I able to persist on whatever I'm going to do in the near future, what kind of pathway I can actually take on. So now the chart actually indicate that time there are two roles I can play. One is a chef. Yeah, I can be a great chef, or I can be a coach or a teacher. Okay, and I actually dabble for quite some time, and also a bit, I have a dilemma, don't know which one to take. But one thing make it very clear when I realize that I'm quite fat that time. Right, when I look at the mirror, I'm freaking fat. So I say chef is out of the picture. Right? I'm sure that if I'm becoming a chef, then I can't even recognize myself that time. It's too fat, right? I don't like that. So therefore, I chose to actually do the second one, is becoming a teacher, right? Becoming a coach, an instructor, help people use BaZi to improve their life. But one thing I tell myself first, before I'm able to help them, I must able to help myself first. Agree, guys? Right? If I can't even help myself, right? How can I help other people? So the first 2 years, I work hard on myself. Right? Whatever the chart says, I do it exactly. I know it's not easy. I'm telling you, it's not easy. Yeah, it's not easy. It's tough. Yeah, but I managed to pull it through, and I managed to solve all my problems within 2 years. Okay, for you, you might think it's very long, right? But actually, it's not long, right? Because you cannot change your destiny overnight, but you can change your direction. And if you persist long enough, you should receive results. So that's how I actually get out, from the slum. And then that's why I have opportunities to talk to all of you here today. Yeah. So, and I'm blessed and fortunate in a way that I'm able to actually buy my dream house and buy my dream car as well. So, and also have a lot of resources I can use to make impact and help people as well. So, and I hope that today I'm going to actually give you some information that you can do the same for all of you as well. And make sure one thing, whatever new things you learn today, hopefully if you can share with your friends and family, is even better. That is worth my time to doing this. How about that? Okay, guys? All right, great. So now, in a BaZi chart, right? So all this information I'm going to share with you today is from my journal, right? Every time I discover something interesting or certain discovery, I actually write down on my journal. So I call this Iverson Secret Journal, ISJ. So today I'm going to derive some part of it. So today we talk about how do you gain competitive edge in your career. So let's actually do this. So now let me share with you first. Yeah, this is what I'm going to talk about today. Discover how to gain competitive advantage. So, and how do I do this? I'm going to actually do it in a structured way. So let's start with the first one. Okay, so the first one, I'm going to talk about your subconscious competence. Okay, yeah, so now, first of all, what is a subconscious competence? Subconscious competence is something that you don't require much effort doing it. It's almost automatic, right? And you can consider as a gift or a second nature. Have you met someone that they are natural good speaker, even without any training? Have you met someone like this? The moment you stand up on stage, somehow they're able to just pull that off easily, without stress. Yeah, that is subconscious competence. right? And some people, they're good at maths, right? Numbers. They can see information beyond the numbers. Yeah, that is subconscious competence. So this is very important. Why? Because in your career, I know that if some of you will learn BaZi before, right? You look at the talent. Oh, my talent is hurting officer. I'm good in marketing. And you think that by just follow that, you become successful, right? But you think about this. If your talent, let's say, is discovered later on is hurting officer in BaZi also represent they're good in presenting and marketing and all these things, right? So do you think you will be successful just because you follow that path? No. Why? Because you are not alone in this role. Is it possible your colleague also have the same profile as you do? Is it possible? Let's say you're in a marketing department, there are 20 people there competing for the top same position. Highly possible, right? Because there are only 10. So therefore, a lot of people like to think as long as I follow this, I'll be successful. No, unless you are the only person in this role, but you are not, right? So is it possible that all your colleagues or your competitor might share the same profile as you, right? If they also have the same profile, then which means that it doesn't give you extra advantage anymore. Guys, agree or not? Right? You need to outbeat them and outthink them first. So therefore, talent is just one part. So today, I'm not going to talk about the talent part. I'm going to talk about the subconscious competence. So how do we look for this information? So now I want all of you here to take out your BaZi chart. Yeah, take out your BaZi chart right now. I'm going to actually, I'm also going to load a sample chart on the screen so you can actually look at this as well. Okay, now I'm going to share this. Okay, do you see a sample BaZi chart right now on the screen? Okay, great. So now, for beginner, you might feel overwhelmed because there's so many information that need not to, right? Because not all the information is important, right? So today I'm going to share with you what is really important. Some of them is trivial. Yeah, it's just like the supporting actor and actress or the extras. Yeah, it might not be that important. So when we're talking about making changes, breakthrough, creating success, you're only looking at things that matter. So when you start to learn BaZi, we always look in the context of pillars. How many pillars are there? So if you learned BaZi before, you know that, let me zoom in, this is a sample chart, all right? So you see here is a year here. So this is a year pillar. Yeah, the easiest way to interpret the information from the chart is by looking through the lens of a pillar. So year pillar, or you can call it a column, but I just use the word pillar, it's easier. So do you see a month pillar here? All right, the day pillar. So an hour pillar. So how many pillar in total right now? 4, right? That's why in BaZi, the other name of BaZi, if you read some BaZi books, they call 4 pillars of destiny. Right? Have you came across the name 4 pillars of destiny? Yes, that's basically it's a BaZi because it's 4 pillars. But that one is for introduction. So the actual study, of BaZi, there's also a pillar here. Do you see this? Okay, this remember just like I tell you, this is your current status, right? Your current environment, your current opportunities. That's why we call this the luck pillar. So we have a year, month, day, hour, and then we have a luck. Yeah, this is the luck pillar. So total of 5. Okay, this is what normally people look for, the 5 pillar about our life. So now, this is not all, right? There are another 2 pillars you need to look at. So if you look at here, do you see a life palace? Do you see a life palace here? Do you see a conception palace here? Yeah, so there are total, this is also a pillar. So total, there are 7 pillars. Okay, yeah, so you want to learn, how many of you want to learn this kind of BaZi? A tarot, yeah, so you know incomplete. Because why we limit to 4? Because if someone is beginner, we don't want to overwhelm them. Yeah, but today I chose to tell you so at least you get to know the full picture first, right? So you're not surprised. Oh my God, I thought that was 4, but in the end, it's end up. Now I'm telling you the end game first. There are a total of 7. You need not to actually understand all the 7 right now, but at least you know there are 7 pillars to look for information. Okay, so now each pillars here represent different aspect in your life. Okay, so and since today we talk about career always related to the month pillar. Okay, the month pillar. Yeah, always remember that the month pillar is the always represent career or business. Yeah, depends. Yeah, if you're a business owner, this one is either career or business. Yeah, this is the pillar we're looking at. Okay, so now I want to teach you the first technique. How do you actually derive your subconscious competence? So how many of you here want to learn this? I haven't shared this before. Okay, even if you attended my previous webinar, this is different animal. Okay, great. Okay, now and how many of you here want to learn this for free? Okay, I'm going to tell you now. All right. So now the first job here is like this. Yeah. Now I want you to look at the month because the month represents a career. I want you to look at this. The month. Okay, let me draw an arrow here. I want you to look at this box, the top box. So for this box here, the name of this Chinese character is J-I-A, Jia, for this person. Do you see the word J-I-A there? All right, great. So now I want you to look back on your own parter chart and type in the chat box right now, which is the character that you discovered in that box. Okay, some of you say Geng, Ping, Yi, Ren. Okay, great. Which means you know where to look for this information. Wow, it's cool. Yeah, this group here actually is very smart. Okay, once I just tell you, then you know already. Okay, now I'm going to tell you what it means. Are you guys ready? Right, once you, that's all I need from you. I just need you to find what character it is. So now I'm going to tell you what are your subconscious competence. And in order to make it easier for you to learn, I'm going to group this in 3 categories here. So let me show you the first category. Okay, this is what I call the game changer. Okay, so how many of you here in the box that I asked you to refer right just now is either is a Bing, B-I-N-G, chandelier Bing, okay, the Bing fire, or the Wu Earth, or the Ren, either one. Okay, great. If you belong to this either one, then you belong to the game changer. I'm going to explain to you what it means. Okay, someone's still asking me, is it a day master? No, remember just now I asked you to look at specifically in the month pillar at the top box there, guys. Are you guys okay or not? I still see some of you asking me question, where do you look for this? Are you guys already know where to look for this information? Yes, right? Okay, I won't repeat that. Okay, so some of you probably just joining just now, probably maybe if there's a replay can watch on it, right? So I only can move forward. Otherwise, it could be very draggy until 4 and 5 hours. So, and now, since if you belong to the game changer, your subconscious competence, if you want to gain a competitive advantage, you must do one thing. Yeah, one thing only. You must able to think big and do big things that have huge impact. You must think big. Domination. Yeah, if you are Ping, Wu, and Ren, you are a big picture person. You don't deal with all this nitty-gritty stuff. Detail-oriented work, you're not interested. You're looking at overall impact, the big picture, the big view, the overall direction. Yeah, that is your subconscious competence. Okay, guys, how many of you here belong to this? So now you need to ask yourself, are you doing big things or small things right now? right? Yeah. So if you're doing small thing, now is a time, right, to work on a big projects, big impact in not necessarily a big company. A lot of people think, oh, doing big. No, it's about your mind, right? Your how you see things. You want to actually develop something in long term that can help a lot of people. Yeah, so that is your subconscious competence. That's why if you look at a few people charts here, you look at Bill Gates, also the game changer belong. If you look at Bill Gates' Sparta chart, don't you think he's on the quest of world domination that time? In his mind, he want every single home you have in the state, you have a PC or personal computer. Yeah, that's what his dream is, world domination. Right? They might not be the one creating it, but they want to think big. Right? And Steve Jobs also belong to game changer category. I want to give you some example here so you can see how they think. Right? So now tell me, is Steve Jobs doing small thing or big thing? Big, right? A lot of people think it's just iPhone. No, he go into music industry, go to gaming industry. Yeah, so that is the big. So is Steve Jobs is the one that built the iPhone? No, he's not a technical person, right? But his mind, he can able to accumulate resources to do something. Okay, guys, right? So now, if you belong to this, you know, ask yourself. A lot of time you're not able to get ahead to where you are because maybe you're stopping yourself from thinking big, maybe fear of failure, or maybe lack of courage. So today is the time to aware. Yeah, that is your innate gift that bestowed to you. Okay. All right. Have the thought first. Right. Someone, Jill Leong say, I want to do this, but I don't know how to begin. If you want it enough, you'll find a way. If you want it bad enough. If you say you don't know how to begin, basically you don't want it bad enough yet. Now when you don't have enough reason, you will find excuses, such as, I don't know how to begin. Isn't it an excuse? Right? Yeah, so you get what I mean here, guys? Right? So that one is a big picture. All right. Pillars say, I think big, but I got dispersed, which means that your idea is not great enough. Right? It's also excuses. Try again. Do you think all those people that their success at the first time they do their project or their companies? No. Okay, guys, this is not a ticket to easy, least resistant work. Yeah, this is about greatness, right? If you cannot handle rejection and some or challenges along the way, yeah, then you're not big enough yet. So become bigger. Okay, become stronger internally. Guys, do you see this or not? Right? This is not way for you to find excuse. It's a reason for you to move forward. If you want to have competitive edge in your career. Okay, do you find this useful, guys? Right, easy to learn? Okay, all right. So, and yeah, this I got it from my Iverson Secret journal. Yeah, initially I thought to create something that I can create a class, but I decided to give it for free to all of you here today. Okay, so now the next one. The next one here I'm going to talk about is this one. If that element that in the box belong to yi, ting, sin, or gui, right? You only get one element there only, right? But if it belongs to any of this, then you belong to the second group is called the great orator. Okay, what do I mean by that? So, which means that they can be they are good in speaking, they can articulate their points really well, they're able to influence people easily, and you can use it to attract investors, isn't it? Right? So because you're able to present, you're able to convince. So, and you also able, don't you think this group of people, they're able to build network if they're great in speaking? So a lot of their success comes from who they know. You might need to write this down, right? Because if you belong to one of the 4 items I showed just now, but you don't want to get out of the office, you just want to remain where you are on your desk-bound job, then you cannot unleash the greatness within you. I'm sorry. Yeah, it doesn't mean you're bad. You're going to have a bad luck before you know. You're still fine. Okay, but you might not able to reach the full potential that you truly deserve. Okay, yeah. So you need to look at that part here. So, for example, like Barack Obama belonged to this great orator. Yeah, I checked his chart. Okay, do you know Winston Churchill? Don't you think he's one of the great speaker? Right, he's a great speaker. Winston Churchill, yes, yes, right. So if you look at the history, how about J.F. Kennedy? Also a great speaker, right? And all of them are politicians, right? So if you are thinking whether you have this knack or the gift to become a politician or statesman, if you have yi, ting, xin, or gui, then there'll be chances. So now, give me a hand if you belong to this group, the great orator. Wow, okay, nice. Is this information useful for you or not? If you want to unleash your greatness. Yeah, life-changing information. Wow, I see so many likes in the. Now this is a Zoom, you can press the like button and love button, right? Thank you. Yeah, thank you for this. Yeah, I like to see this. It looked very lively right now. Okay, great. So now let's move on. Okay, so if you cannot become a politician, can you become a coach? Can you become a teacher? You can become a guru, can or not? Right? Can you become someone that you become a deal maker? You pull buyer and seller together, you make money out of it. It's make a lot of money. Right? Can you become a leader of a committee to do something? Yeah, there's so many ways. Right? Yes, great. So this is how you're actually able to pursue the path. The sooner you get into the path, the earlier you see opportunities. Okay, all right, great. So this is the second one. So let me show you the other one. Just now is a great speaker. So the other one here, the third group here is the alchemist. Okay, so the alchemist, if your month stamp is a Jia, Ji, or Ken, then you belong to the alchemist group. Okay, so type the word me if you belong to the alchemist group. Okay, great, great. Yeah, if you belong to the alchemist group, yeah, what does it mean? Alchemist here is because alchemist is about to make things happen, right? Some people they just talk about stuff, they have a lot of ideas, right? But nothing's get done. Have you met someone like this? They have a lot of ideas and they keep changing ideas every single day, but after 10 years, nothing happened. There are plenty, right? Yeah, but the alchemist is different. They're able to make an idea to become a reality. So don't you think that they become a great supporter? Right? If a leader have an idea, having an idea is cheap, right? It's the cheapest commodity on earth, right? Until it's paired up with execution. So the alchemist is the execution. They're able to find resources, pull together, and make things happen. So they are a great supporter. Okay, and a lot of people think, oh, supporter is not good. I want to be a leader. No, I think supporter can have a great life as well, isn't it, guys? Yeah, they might not be in the top in command in the chain, right? But they still can make a lot of money because the ability to make things happen. They are the magician. Okay, so now, if you don't like to support a leader, how about supporting a cause? Right? Some people don't like the idea of I don't want to support leader. I want to be a leader, right? So how about instead of supporting a leader, can you support a cause or not? Yeah, it's also workable or not, right? So therefore, yeah, if they are very powerful because these are the role where they can build things and they can build things, and over time it become big. Yeah, because their support, it doesn't mean they want to do something really big. They start with something small, they build for a cause, and eventually, if they're successful, they can have something really, really big. Okay, so Elon Musk belong to this group. Elon Musk. Okay, Elon Musk support a cause. He's an engineer himself. If you read his biography, right? Yeah, so he built stuff. And what cause is he supporting? If you read some of his his biography before, yeah, he's a leader, right? So you need not to support another leader, he can support a cause. What is Elon Musk's cause? One of it, what is that? Probably is what? To make the Mars the second Earth, right? And then they also they make use, they support a new life in the galaxy, right? So therefore, don't you think he's an alchemist group? So that's why he do the right thing. That align to his subconscious competence. Okay, guys? Do you understand, guys? So now I want you to look back at your chart right now. Yeah, which role you should play more. Yeah, then you give you a clarity how to move forward. Yeah, instead of doing things first, I want you to think like this. How a game changer will think. They think big. How a great orator will think. They think how to connect with people. How does an alchemist will think? They think about supporting a cause, maybe for the good of the world, or whatever. So becoming the person first. Yeah, not just about doing stuff. You do the thing, if you're still the same, you will not see results, right? Because you still bring you with you. That's the problem. Okay? All right, guys, this is the first information I would like to share with you today. First, do you want more or not? Do you want more information? Okay, all right, great. So since you want more information, then I have no choice but to share more. Okay, all right, so let's see what I have here. Okay, now let me bring up the chart here. Okay, now just now we talk about your subconscious competence. The second one we're going to talk about here is the leadership power. Yeah, because in our career, eventually, right, all of us here sought to become a leader. Right? If you work for a company for quite some time, you are not a leader yet, right? That you might have a problems. Why? Because probably you're not doing your job well enough. Because as a leader, you learn to grow people, right? So first of all, let's define what a leader is. What do you think a leader is? What is an own definition of leader? Type in the chat box. I want to hear your comment on this. Your thought. Okay, Derek Lee say lead by example. Great. Stephanie say serve people. Wow, great. Okay, to serve influential. Great. Okay, so yes, it's correct. Some of you say be example and responsible, lead, support of others. Okay, great. Yeah, that's all the great leader do. Okay, so if it boils down to, let's say we boils down to the most basic form first, right, of a leadership, I would say that if you want to be a leader, you must have follower. Agree? Agree or not? Right? So if you do have followers, you're not a leader. Yeah, you cannot tell everyone, because leader means you have a follower to follow you. That's why you call a leader. Okay. Guys, do you see this? Right? If you tell everyone you're leader, but you don't have follower, then technically you're not, you're fake. Okay, you're the fraud. Okay, so a leader, they either inspire confidence to their followers, or some leaders also able to project fear as well. Right? Is there any leader can project fear? Is it possible or not? Have you met a leader that, yeah, they are so fearful? Hitler, Adolf Hitler, right? So some of you mentioned, who is this? Marina said Adolf Hitler. Yes, it is. And do you know that if you look at Adolf Hitler chart, he belongs to the game changer group? Remember just now on the top first point, we talked about 3 groups, right? So Hitler, if you plot his Sparta chart, he belongs to the game changer group. So is he do something that actually are related to the game changer or not? Yeah, game changer is about what? Think big, do big things, world domination. Yeah, that is Hitler. Okay, all right. So they'll do this. So now I want you, I want all of you here to, I want to share with you a one way of look at the leadership element in the chart. Okay, so now I'm going to do it a slightly different. I'm going to use one traditional parser method called Sun-Sharp method, Sun-Sharp, or auxiliary star method. Okay, so some of you, if you're new to parser, you might not actually heard about this, but some of you here, you're already seasoned parser practitioner, then you might actually heard about this. So let me share with you first. Yeah, what is this all about? So in Sun-Sharp parser, yeah, is a let me see where you can look for this. Okay, I'm going to share it. Inside your parser, there are one part is like this. Remember the year, month, day, and branch? If you scroll down, they actually write down all the elements. Like for this person, they got Heavenly Chef, Emperor Star, Dragon. So, and so do you. You also have different. Yeah, I want to scroll your chart slightly at the bottom there. Do you see this or not? Okay, if you're able to see this section, type the word yes. Okay, this one here is, as the name implies, is called Sun-Sharp parser. It's a traditional parser. It's a very quick way for you to derive information, and it actually organizes the information according to pillar: year branch, month branch, day branch, and hour branch. How many of you here like to learn all these things? And you're curious about what is a death charm is, what is a lesser consumer? Yeah, this is traditional parser. Okay, so now I want you to look in any of these boxes in your chart. Of course, not this, the one I shared. Yeah, this is just an example here. Can look for a general star. General. Type the word me if you have this. Okay, regardless of the pillar, where is it resides, right? It could be the year, month, day, or hour, doesn't matter. Okay, so let me show you a sample here. I'm going to actually pull up a chart for you right now. Okay, all right, great. Okay, this is a sample chart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down a little bit here, and that is zoom in. Okay. Do you able to spot the general star? Yes, right, it's here. Do you see a general star here? Look at the screen right now that I shared. Do you able to see it or not? Because I saw some of you say you cannot see it. So I want to see whether all of you can see. Okay, I see a lot of yeses here, means you can see. So this person got the general star. So let me explain to you in Sun-Sharp parser. The definition of this general star is about management level or C level, a CEO. They are ambitious and they have courage. And normally, because it's a general, they have strong personality. And most importantly, they're able to attract huge followers. Okay, so now this person have it, and some of you also have it, right? So, and the best place to have these stars is in the month. How many of you here have this in the month? Type the word me, in the month. Is the best location to have. So which means that if you have this, yeah, this year, because this changes every year, all right? So in 2022, you need to act like a leader. And if you're able to become a leader, you think like one, you act like one, you speak like one, then you're able to activate this advantage to your career. You must be decisive. Yeah. Is it a leader, is a great leader decisive or not? Are they? Yes. Do they seek for approval before they make any decision? No. Right? They make the tough decision. Even if it pisses off some people, they know it's for greater good. Okay? So now you see your chart, you have a general star or not? Okay. Shortcut for the best one would be in a month. Yeah, in a month is the one that you need to look at it. Okay, there are a lot of stars. Right now, I want to focus on one star first, the leadership star. So if you have it, okay, but don't worry. Maybe next year you have it. Yeah, let me tell you how you derive this general star. Because this year, if your chart have a horse element, you see a horse here? If you have a horse, you have general star. Shortcut for you. Right? You can either look at the top, you see the month, right? You see the month, got horse, right? So which means that you see the month is a general star here. Okay, if you don't have general star in this section, means that your Pata chart don't have horse. Yeah, this is a shortcut for you. Let's say I use another chart. Okay, is this chart got horse element? Is there a horse? Yes or no? Yeah, work with me. Is there a horse in the chart? Yes, it is. Where's the horse is? Which pillar the horse resides? Hour. So guess where the general star will be? In the hour, of course, right? Let's see. Hour branch. Do you see a general star here? Okay, great. So which means that if you have the horse in 2022, you will have a general star. This is Sun Sharp Pata. Okay, or we can call this auxiliary stars. Okay, do you want to know next year now? So you can prepare right now. How many of you want to know next year? Because now we're almost the end of the year, right? Okay, now. Okay, listen carefully. I'm going to say this one. If you discover that in your Pata chart, you have rabbit. How many of you here in your Pata chart, year, month, day, or hour, you have a rabbit star? Sorry, rabbit animal sign. Okay, if you have a rabbit animal sign in 2023, which is just like few months from now, you have a general star with you. So prepare right now. The ascension of the new leader. Okay, is this information useful? Right, let's say you have a rabbit and this year your boss asks you, are you open to a leadership training that the company providing to you? Say yes, because the time, the person, and the place align. Nothing more powerful than that. That's how we use Pata. Okay, so this is how you can plan. This is the only one part of it. You see the sun chart, there are so many elements there, right? So since we're talking about career, I focus on the general star. I know there's a lot of things here. There are Jade Hall, there are Moon, there are Heavenly Yi, right? There are so many. Yeah, there's 6 harm, triple punishment, there are a lot. Okay, of course, I'm not able to cover everything, but it seems like in this group here, a lot of you here like the sun chart method. Okay, let me see your hands again. How many of you here like the sun chart method a lot? Okay, nice. Okay, so this one you can, if you like to learn this, you can look back at all the classics, the classics of Pata. This because Sun Sharp is a very earliest era of Pata. Okay, they talk about all these element there. Okay, all right. So you can do some research on that. So let's move on. Okay, that one is the leader. So now you can prepare. If you have a rabbit, next year is your leadership year. Yeah, act like one. Fake it until you make it. And then you're able to see opportunities coming in. All right, great. So now let's move on. The next one here is, how about this? Boost your career destiny. Do you want to boost your career destiny or not? Yeah, boost it to the next level. Okay, all right, great. Okay, I see some. Okay, before I show you this, I think some of you here asking how can I ask more question or connect with me. Okay, so if you want to have a question, because there are so many questions here I cannot address, but I have a Telegram channel where you can actually read more stuff there. So there you go. I think a lot of you here are already there. So do you actually join this channel? So if you haven't, you can actually go to this link as shown on the screen right now, the QR code, and then the link here. You can actually join it. It's free, by the way. And then you can actually you can connect with me there. Right? I'm not able to answer all your questions though, but at least I share something there. You can actually improve your knowledge on metaphysics if you like this. Okay. All right. I also posted the link in the chat box as well. It's easy for you to get connected with me. Okay, all right, great. So first of all, I would like to know how do you like the learning so far? Yeah, do you like the way of learning BaZi or not? Great. Okay, now let's move on. The third one. The third one here, I'm going to talk about to boost your career destiny, right? So now, how do you boost your career destiny? Yeah, think about this. How do you boost your career destiny? You learn, some of you learn more skills, right? You become you actually take in more responsibility. You become more valuable to the company. Of course, all of this is a good one, right? But one thing even more important than that is surpass everything is you must do this one thing. You must make your boss to like you. Okay? If your boss doesn't like you, I don't care how capable you are, eventually you're going to see your way out from the company. You guys agree or not? Yeah, this is a part you didn't learn from the school, right? The school only teach you to be more competent in your skill, but it doesn't teach you how to make your boss happy, or at least can work along with your boss. And I realized that 90% of the reason of people resigning is because they cannot work along with their boss. Do you guys agree? Yeah, why I can tell you so? Because as a consultant, I actually work with people. A lot of people have career issue, and after I found that most of the time they hate their boss. Okay, so now in the BaZi, the boss element are represented by direct officer. Interestingly, BaZi have this element. Not all of you here got this, but if there is one, if you see a DO, of course, the BaZi chart cannot display the word direct officer, it's too long, cannot fit in such a limited space. So we just represent the word DO, the acronym. Yeah, DO is there. So now I want to look at your BaZi chart. Do you see a DO element or not? Do you see a DO element there? Some of you have, some of you don't, right? Okay, let me share with you the chart here. Okay, for this example here, you can, I want you to look at only on this part. Let me draw something first. Okay, so now zoom in, and I want you to actually, you only can look from only on this section here. Nowhere else. Okay, so in this case here, yeah, let's not focus too much on your chart first. I know some of you already worried or panic. Yeah, don't, calm down. All right, lan xing dit, sila bertenang. All right, so now let's do this example first. In this case here, do you see any DO in the chart? Yes. You see here, right? Is it a DO there? All right, okay, let's use another example here. Okay, do you see any DO in this chart? No. All right, so how about this? This one also no. Yeah, not everyone chart have, you know. Okay, this chart also no. So only just now this one got one DO. Where you can look for this, you can look for any character from here, and on the top, you look for this tree. That's the only place you can look for the DO. Okay, either at the bottom or the top, or the upper level, you need to look at this tree character. Is it a DO or not? Okay, now, I don't care how many you got. I just want to know whether you have it or not. Okay, if you have it, then it means that in your life, you have the boss element with you. So you have more affinity with them. So you can build a better bond with your boss easily. Sometimes you even don't need to lift a finger. Right? You just be yourself. Isn't it cool? Right? Okay, so now, if you don't have, right, what does it mean? It means that it's harder to build a bond. You take more effort because it doesn't come naturally. If you don't have any single this element in the chart, then you don't. It take longer time to do it, right? So and then the second part here is sometimes you don't even want to build a bond because you don't have a DO. Sometimes you think your boss is stupid. You don't see a need to build a bond, which in fact you criticize them. You still don't understand, why they can become your boss. Is it true? Right? Yeah, you think you can do a better job than them. And most of the time, you don't have respect for your boss. Yeah, if you do have a dual element, somehow you have this kind of traits within you. Okay, somehow you find something wrong with them. A lot of you think, right? Your boss is stupid, right? Yeah, very likely it's like that. Okay, so this is for you to understand, right? So now you can actually work something on it. But that is not the worst, right? That's not the worst. The worst is if you have hurting officer is very strong. Just now we talk about DO. DO represent your boss, right? In BaZi, there are one element called HO. Okay, if your HO very high, means that you have strong opinion. You always think you're right. So you got to fight for what is right. And you burn everything across your path. Okay, so now you want to check whether your hurting officer strong or not. How do you know your hurting officer strong or not? Okay, let me show you how to do this. You want to learn how to check? Okay, so now I want to scroll down to here. Scroll down until you see this. So there are 10 items here. One of it will be hurting officer. Okay, so here, do you see hurting officer is here? Guys, pay attention to the screen. So what is the hurting officer percentage on this example here? What is the percentage? Type it on the screen so I know you're able to see the screen. For this example, 42%, right? You see hurting officer? And then it's 42%. So it's not considered high. What do I mean consider high? 70% and above. 70% and above. If you're zero, means that you're not satisfied, but you keep it within yourself. Okay. If you're 100%, you're all out. Yeah. Okay. No reservation whatsoever. You think that you own the company. You somehow you think you're the largest shareholder. So you can say whatever you want. That's the power of hurting officer. Yeah, they're mistaken their identity. They thought they're the boss. They're willing to fight because in their mind they think it's right. That's why I need to say it out. How I cannot accept what is wrong, right? I need to actually voice it out. Then only I feel good about it. I want to argue for the sake of arguing. That is hurting officer. Okay. Yeah, so once you know this, then you must if this one is more on awareness, right? If you discover that if you're very hard to maintain a strong or long-term relationship with your boss, probably your hurting officer is playing some trick on you, right? By awareness is the first step to change. Yeah, that is BaZi. Do you see how many information I can derive from the BaZi chart? Now we are just touching the tip on an iceberg only, right? So slowly and slowly, you're able to learn a lot of stuff here. Okay, J. Moke asks how to remedy this. Okay, maybe I can. Do you want to know the solution? Type the word yes if you want to know the solution. Okay, all right. So this brings us to the fourth point here. How to manage your boss. Okay, all the boss is manageable. It's whether you want to manage or not. Okay, so in Barter chart, surprisingly and fortunately, it can tell you how to manage your boss. The only one thing you need here, do you want to learn this or not? How to manage your boss? Yeah, this is top high-end information, top secrets. Okay, all right. So if you want to learn how to do this, first of all, you need one thing. You need to know their date of birth. So you can plot their Barter chart out. Right? You can skip the hour if it's too hard, right? But if you're serious about it, then I want you to actually look. How many of you here know your boss year of birth, birthday, the birth date, right? Then you can secretly plot that chart out. Okay, nice. Okay, so once you plot that chart out, so if you don't have, find a way, right? Find a way to get it. Okay, I can teach you how to look from the chart. Yeah, but it's your job to find the date of birth. Are you guys okay? Okay, good. So, so now I just shared my screen. Let's say this is your boss chart. Okay, let me clear the stuff first. It's a bit crowded here. Okay, let's say this is your boss chart. I want you to scroll down to make it easier for you. You're going to scroll down until you reach this box. Okay, the 5 structures box. So the 5 structures, there are 5 elements here, right? So I want you to look at which one is the highest. So now I want you to focus on the beige diagram, not the purple one, the beige color. So for the beige color, which point scores the highest? For this one, wealth, right? Yeah, this one is the highest point, you see? Then for this person is wealth. Let's say this is your boss, and then you discover the highest is the wealth. Then wealth represents the way you deal with your boss is. Your boss is someone very pragmatic. They are very practical, and they are goal-oriented. They are more interested on results rather than process. So no point you actually share all the process, how you get it done. The boss not interested. If someone boss that their wealth element is the strongest, they only want to know what? The outcome. So basically, they just want to know, did you hit your sales target or not? Right? If you don't know, you're telling your boss, oh, this week I plan to do this, I already do this, I talk to a few suppliers, I do this campaign. Your boss doesn't care. If their wealth is the strongest, they just want to know what? Did you able to hit the sales target? I just want the final number. Okay. So if you're able to do that, then you actually have the same frequency with your boss, then you can work with your boss better. Okay. All right. Judith asks, can you apply this to business partner? Of course. Right. So they're very practical. So if you try to beat around the bush, they'll knew it. They're very smart. They're very sharp. Okay. So don't. Yeah, don't make a fool out of yourself. That is wealth. Okay. Now, what if you check your boss, the chart, the output, just now is the wealth, right? So now another one is output. Okay. If it's an output element, your boss like compliment. Yeah, your boss like compliment. So what you should do if you discover your boss, the output element is a lot. Praise him or praise her. Even he's very fat, look like T-Rex. Tell your boss, you are the most handsome boss I ever worked with so far in my entire life. If your boss just spit out a dumb idea, you tell, wow, this is the most profound ideas I ever heard. Okay. Yeah. Of course, you don't overdoing it. It's look fake. Yeah. Do it naturally. And then your boss will feel really good. Okay. Yeah. So at least now, or you can make him feel good. Right. So he can present better to the board. Because sometimes you're not the one dealing with the board of directors, your boss is. They'll say, boss, no problem. I have you design a slide so you can you can actually impress the board of directors. If you're able to do it, means that he feel good, right? He feel respected in front of everyone, then you become the blue eye. You can become his blue eye like this. Okay? All right. So that is the output element. So now, the next one, if the companion, there are only 5, right? So if the companion element is the highest, so you want to relate, you need to maybe build the love connection, not the intimate love. It's about camaraderie, friendship, build a bond. So talk about something outside of work, maybe about hobby. So they like to get connected in a more deeper level, not just work relationship, maybe certain hobbies or maybe their families. Try to go into that spot. They're okay with it. But you don't do this with the wealth structure. The wealth structure doesn't care. All right. They'll tell you why you're so busybody. Right. Remember just now the first one is wealth, right? They're pragmatic, they're practical. They say nothing to do with job, don't talk to me. Yeah, they value time. Okay, but if it's a companion is high, you can spend time doing that. Happy hour, have a long lunch with your boss, talk to them something personal. You can build a bond like that. Okay, all right. So now the next one. The next one here, if it's an influence element, right? If it's an influence element, then your boss will respect someone has the ability to put order to a chaotic situation, right? They like someone that able to implement system policy to make things in order, right? So I want to propose more of this way of thinking. Yeah, they like orderly. Yeah, they like you to actually control the situation, implement system. Yeah, efficiency. Okay. All right. So that is the one for, and finally, resources. If your boss resources is high, he likes someone who make decision based on facts, information, precision, and data oriented. If someone is resource, if you tell your boss, I feel this way is not going to work, your boss will just cut you off. He's not interested because you're not talking based on facts. You're talking based on your feeling, your instinct, your own judgment. Yeah, you cannot work with him this way because resource is high, which means that they look everything as a must be backed by facts, research. Okay, yeah, that is a resource element. Resource can be actually is the element that you can spend more time talk to them. They're okay with it. Remember just now, who is the one that cannot tolerate if you have too lengthy conversation? Which of them among the 5? Still remember? Yes, the wealth one, right? Yeah, okay, because to them, time is money. But with a resource, you can talk to them long time. Sometimes they are the one initiate the conversation they're going to talk to you for 1 hour. Okay, yeah, they are more detail oriented. So now you can know, this is the first guide for you to look at, how you can actually work better with your boss. Of course, this is not the one way to do it. There are much more. Like if you add in one more element, like if you are yang fire is a lot, which means that this boss like pretty things. Okay, but that one is another time. Yeah, much more. Yeah, to talk about it. Yeah, they like pretty stuff. Yeah, if you want to gain approval from your boss that day, if it's a yang fire is a lot, means you need to dress orderly. Yeah, wear or maybe put an extra makeup. Okay, great. So do you find this information useful? Right? If it's act upon, is it useful? How many of you here like to learn BaZi this way? And you know that by applying this, you can actually improve your life a lot. Yeah, this is a very unique way of learning BaZi. And now, how many of you here want to take this further? You know that BaZi can help you in so many aspects, right? So if you are interested, let me show you the path here. Yeah, this is what I call the circle of life, right? Because a lot of people say, I want to achieve success and happiness, right? It's very broad. So in the end, it's only 8 areas you want to be good and successful at. Might not be all the 8. Maybe just 5 out of 8 would be extremely good. So this one would be health, right? The first, if you show on the screen, circle of life would be health, family, wealth, social, spirituality, love, creativity, and your career and business, right? So now I want you to think about, among these 8 areas, which is the area you want to achieve, you want to create, is more urgent to you right now. You want to actually create success on that area. Okay, Nalin say it's health. Okay, some of you are wealth, some of you are business, so they're different. So the first thing, or say the first mistake that people make when they're doing this is they try to find a way. Let's say they want to improve their business. They want to find a way, how do I do to improve the business? Right? That kind of strategy and approach is not effective. Yeah, let me tell you why. It's because if you want to improve any of these 8 things here, the only thing you need to improve is yourself at the center. When you think better, when you become better, don't you think you treat people better? You can provide better or not? Yes, right? You'll be happier. So, but a lot of people, they're trying to focus on different. If you become more disciplined, guys, a lot of things here can be solved. If you're more disciplined, you have more willpower, you have more fortitude, you have more courage, you have more confidence, you're more persistent, right? But normally that's not what people do. People will focus on each aspect. So do you agree with me when I say that if you improve the self, everything else will change? Because if you change yourself, your environment, the people, everything will relate to you differently. So therefore, this is how we improve or change our destiny. Yeah, I'm telling you the secret right now. And the next question here is, which system, yeah, that you should start to learn or to apply to make this happen? So let me show you. Okay, these are the one. BaZi, Feng Shui, and Qigong. Which one do you think that talk about more about the self? Which other one? Yeah, type in the chat box right now. Yes. Okay, you're right, BaZi. Let me tell you why it's BaZi. Because if you want to start to change your life, you need to start BaZi, because BaZi talking about you. Because if you are still the same person, if you use Feng Shui, right? Feng Shui cannot enhance on something that you don't have. Right? If you are someone lazy, right? You don't hope that Feng Shui, by applying Feng Shui, suddenly become hardworking. It won't work that way. Yeah, but if you already a very hardworking person, Feng Shui can boost up that part. Okay, guys? If you have a bad habit, you are unhealthy, you eat a lot of junk food. Will you think by just living in a good Feng Shui house, your health will improve? Guys? If you still keep up your old habit, no, right? It will still the same or even worse. Okay, so same apply to Qigong, right? Qigong, if your energy level is low or something, no matter what kind of strategy can work for you. For example, Qigong say company A is good. Yeah, but you yourself, you have attitude problem, you are lazy. I don't care even the Qigong select the best company for you, will you able to succeed or not? You're not. Okay, so the core of metaphysics is come from BaZi. So because a lot of people asking me which system to use first, I would say that, yeah, BaZi would be the system that to start first, yeah, to transform your different aspect of your life. So, but there are one problem here. Yeah, I want to share with you here. When you talk about this, I would discover that a lot of people learn BaZi. Yeah, 95%. But the way they learn BaZi is they consume a lot of contents. Have you met people like this? Right? They learn every single thing. After 5 years or 10 years, they're still learning. They hope that by learning alone, right, their life will improve. So they consume. So I call this a consumption group. So this make up of 95% of the people. And the more they learn, what will happen to them? They're confused. They see more stars. Because so many information sitting on their hard drive, they don't know how to apply. Okay, but there are 5% of them, the way they approach BaZi is through, they transform, they become better. So which one do you think you are right now if you learned BaZi before? Honestly. Are you belong to the consumption group or you belong to the transformation is just 5%? All right, okay. I feel you, right? I've been there as well last time. I thought that the more I know, the more secret formula I know, that I become better, right? But it's not, right? So, but to get to the 5%, yeah, to get to the 5%, it doesn't require more intelligence, right? It just requires a framework system to learn BaZi, a step by step. Okay, because is it possible for someone spend 20 years in a consumption mode? Is it possible? Yes. Right? And nothing happened. But some people, they just spend like few months in transformation mode and then they start to see their life become better. Okay, so this one is the one that I discovered, yeah, in this field. When they learn this, then you can actually, I discovered these are roughly make up of 5%. That's why you see all the wealthy people only 5%, right, in the whole world as a population, a real wealthy one. So almost make up the same statistic here. So how do we solve this problem? Is by adopting a structured way of applying BaZi. So I call this personal leadership and transformation secrets. Yeah, this is how you should learn BaZi. Okay, so how many of you here want to learn this part here? Personal leadership, because until you take responsibility of yourself, nothing will change. Because if you keep blaming, there's a clash, there's a harm, and that's why you get into the shit in the first place, then you're not able to change because you still blame. Yeah, the part of BaZi study is to ask you to own up your own things, your own responsibility. And I discovered this important, and this is a blind spot to a lot of people. So I come up with this solution, and I put in all my experience and my research of the origin of BaZi. Right? Why I study about origin? Because to make a lasting change, you cannot use a surface information like just day master, right? Okay, how about day master? That's it. Nothing you can do about it. So therefore, I come up with a new program called Ancient BaZi Secrets. Yeah, it's about personal transformation and leadership. Okay, this is a very special program, and this program is not for everyone though. I have to tell you first, because this program is only for the one that committed to live life at the highest level. Right? Why I say is the ancient BaZi, because I use origin. So the traditional BaZi, like I say, when we deal with inner core, a deep-seated character or emotion, surface information is not sufficient for lasting change. So this is a systematic way to enable personal leadership and transformation. And by the way, this is the same technique I use to help myself and my private client as well. And for our private clients, I want to get a consultation is starting from US dollar 2,000, right? It's a one-to-one. Right, so therefore I want to make this affordable. So this is the first time I'm teaching traditional BaZi. Right, if you want to learn this individually, it's very hard to find the source, and it'll be very expensive, even if you find one. Okay, so I'm going to conduct a new program here in 10 to 11 December via online, right? So you can learn this right at the comfort from your own home. Okay, all right. So how many of you here interested in learning this? Okay, so wow, so many of you here enroll already. That's great. Okay, so now if you haven't enrolled yet, for those already enrolled, thank you for that. So the investment for this program here is 997 for a live classes. But since now we are doing this via online, so we can pass up the saving for you. So instead of 997, so you're going to get this for 497 only. All right, for the Ancient BaZi Secrets about life transformation and self-leadership. Okay, so now, and then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually do a lot of course, top secret information about BaZi study. And how do I do this, right? How you might thinking, right? How does a destiny can be changed? So let me show you this quote here. This quote from a very prominent Chinese philosopher, Lao Tzu, and just ponder this quote here. Yeah, let me read it out for you. It says that watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, it become your action. Watch your action, it become your habit. And watch your habits, they become your character. And watch your character, it become your destiny. Yeah, this is from Lao Tzu, right? This is a very popular philosopher. So in summary, it's saying that by watching your thoughts is the origin or the cause of all your outcome and circumstances in life. Do you agree with this or not? Right, it's a cause and effect. So a lot of people try to change their habits. They try to change their character. Why it's so hard? Because they're not working with the source. The real thing they need to look for is the core, right? It's the thoughts. Yeah, that's how this give me inspiration and research on this. So a lot of you here thinking, hey, Iverson, what I'm going to learn here? So I'm going to show you some of the highlights they're going to learn here. The first thing I want to help you to change is inner self mastery. Do you like this or not? Because it's always from the inner self, is the core. Yeah, this is the first time I talk about this. That's why you see in the BaZi, this all is yin stem. Yin stem means is the yin, something you cannot see, right? Your thoughts, your inner core, right? So it's about discipline, right? Some people, they procrastinate, right? So it's about master your emotion, the courage, harness the willpower. How about peace of mind during adversity and develop your inner strength? Yeah, so therefore, this is the first process you need to go through for the art of self-transformation. Guys, do you like this module or not? Okay, yeah, this is one of the things. And once you able to master this part, yeah, self-mastery, then we can look into, I will bring you to 7 alternate destiny, right? This to answer someone question asking, how come there are a lot of people have the same BaZi chart? And you know that there are 30,000 people that have the same charts with you around the world, roughly around 30,000. How come they have end up with different destiny? Like there are so many chart have the same chart as Elon Musk, right? How come there are only one Elon Musk? It's because all of us here can choose. There are 7 alternate destiny from our BaZi chart, right? So why is 7? Because when you look at BaZi, this is your day, right? And then you can choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, which in fact, traditional BaZi, they don't look at the day last time, they look at the year. They're using 6 and 7, right? So by different application, you can have different alternate destiny. Yeah, this is content you're going to learn on this part here. All right. So do you like this? Yeah, first about inner core, and then you move on to the 7 realm that you can choose. And now, the next one, I'm going to share with you is the twin forces that shape your destiny. Remember just now, some of you want to learn the life palace and conception palace. Why these two is important and why is the twin forces that shape your destiny? Because the life palace represent your psychology and also your life book, as if like your life is written in a book, right? You want to study that. And the conception palace talking about your genes, okay? Whether you have a great genes or not, right? Destiny genes. So would you like to learn more about this? Therefore, in BaZi, there are 7 pillars. Yeah, the natal chart of 4 pillars, luck pillar make up to 5, and the last 2 is the life palace and conception palace. And if you are BaZi student, this is a must-know stuff, right? Your BaZi study will not be complete, yeah, if you don't have this, right? This is to finish everything about the 7 pillars. Once you have this, you have a better understanding about your destiny and how to initiate change and what you can do about it. Okay. All right. Do you like this piece of information? Yeah, there are more, right? So that's why there's a lot of great stuff. I only teach this once. All right. So as you know, I won't repeat my program. So if you see this is something that you want, yeah, all about self-transformation. Okay. How about this? How many of you here agree that the greatest wealth is health? Because some of you just now say health is important, right? So I'm going to include life force study in it, right? Because all of us here responds differently to different type of activities. Some is about diet, some of them is about exercise. You also want to know what is the life force energy within you. Because if your 5 elements are balanced, you have a great health. Yeah, in the theory, it's like this. So, and would you like to learn how a traditional way of BaZi seeing health? Yeah, so I think health is important because without health, yeah, nothing else matter, isn't it? So this is the one that I'm going to share on there as well. And wow, there's a lot of stuff. How many of you here right now, you're still navigating darkness and suffering? You're in a spot that you don't like right now. You want it to end very soon. Yeah, you want to see the light again, right? So you can move forward. Or maybe you are in a situation right now, you're pressure, you're stuck in your career. So it's about all of us here will go through this, right? You're not alone, right? But the thing here is what you can do about it. So I decided, because in period 9, moving forward, there are a lot of people have emotional issues. They're feeling stuck. They're not clear what they want. How many of you here want to find your passion, right? Or even your calling, your life purpose. So therefore, in this traditional BaZi, we talk about life purpose and happiness. Do you want to know this as well for once and for all? Yeah, because now you're in the center, right? You might not know what is happening. So to get out of this maze here, to get your prize, right? So you need to navigate through this. So the BaZi chart will serve as a map to get you out of it, right? And a lot of time people just spend around on this layer. You're not able to get out of it, right? So hopefully the BaZi can help you to speed up the process and find something that truly joyful and meaningful for you and that you truly deserve. Okay? So, and there are much more, right? So, and some of you are going to share about shifting palace method, where because sometimes you don't have a nobleman star, right? What can you do about it? Or you don't have certain star in your chart. So shifting palace can help. And advanced 5 elements method. And also your favorite. I'm going to pick some of the sunshot star that powerful, and I'm going to share with you. How many of you here like the sunshot star as well? Yeah, so some of them are powerful. I'm going to share with you those that are powerful star under the sunshot. Yeah, not all of them are powerful, only some of it. Okay, so I'm going to share the important one from the sunshot study. All right, great. So do you like this or not? Yeah, I put, as you can see, we put a lot of effort here. So now, if you're interested on this, then there you go. Yeah, the spot is closing very soon. So there's a link here, joeyup.com/ABS. Right, as you can see on the chat box here, the team also will will actually send you the link. You see Carrie just posted a link there. Just click on the link. You have to secure yourself there. And just in case if you're wondering that will I able to understand this if you're a beginner, so don't worry, right? You can benefit from this program even you're a beginner, which in fact is even better, right? So you don't have a preconceived notion what Bazi is all about. Then it's easier for you to apply without any resistance. Okay. All right. So do you like this program or not? Yeah, I know you haven't seen this before. All right, this is the first, I enjoy creating this program. Yeah, this is one of my flagship program. And if you like the way I'm teaching, or you like the way I share information, I'm sure this will be benefit for to you and your family as well. Okay. All right. So there's a link. You can go and enroll. And one more thing, right? One more thing here. So to encourage you further, right? To encourage you further, yeah, to do this. So if you sign up today, right, we're going to open the bonus slot again, the bonus slot, where how many of you here like to win? Not 10 years from now. You want to win like next year. The year of rabbit. Water rabbit. Okay, this is what the bonus designed to do. Yeah, this is a special bonus talk about 5 checkmate moves in the year of water rabbit. Okay, yeah, do you like this or not? Yeah, I haven't done this before. I'm going to use Chimen, because checkmate, the game of chess is Chimen. So it's a very unique way of using Chimen to navigate 2023. So at least you got it covered. Okay, so this is part of the bonus that you're going to get. I'm going to use Chimen to do this, just in case you're wondering. Yeah, so this is pretty powerful. Okay, all right. So how about one more bonus? Do you want more bonus? Okay, but this one, we're going to open for the first 30 who join us today. So if you already joined us previously, you're going to get this as well. But for today, if you haven't joined, for the first 30, beside the 5 checkmate smooth bonus, you also going to get this soulmate analysis using Bazi. How many of you here want to learn this? Yeah, this is suitable if you are single or even you are married, right? You want to know how to improve it, to find the traces or the fabric of the soulmate element within the chart. Yeah, this is, I'm going to share with you how do you do this, a very interesting way of looking at the soulmate. Okay. All right. Yeah, because this to fill up the gap, right? Because the program just now, yeah, there's one part. This is the part where we'll talk about relationship. This is a bonus, separate program for this. Okay, now let me summarize this for you. So the main program here is Ancient BaZi Secrets, which I will conduct on 10 to 11 December. And then if you sign up today, you're going to get the first bonus, which is the 5 checkmates move. And for the first 30, you'll get the second bonus as well, the soulmate analysis using Bazi. In total, here is 1,591, right? But if you decided to join us today, you can get everything above. It's just for 497. You save around 68%, right? If you are thinking you're going to join this anyway, right? Join now because you can get all the bonus. Otherwise, you're going to pay the original price for each item individually. Okay? Yeah, so this will help you to understand more about your Bazi chart, which you haven't learned before. Okay, day master is for kindergarten, right? You're already way past that. Now we get to the serious stuff, life-changing stuff. Okay, this is the link. Yeah, join us. All right, great. So, and do you like the program, the new program I just shared with you? Yeah, this is my accumulation of all my research for the last 8 years, and I see results on doing that. So I decided to actually package in a program, yeah, in a structural way, so you can do it step by step for that. Okay, nice. Okay, so now if you have any questions, yeah, let's do a Q&A here if you have any questions. You can ask me now. I'm looking at the chat box. You can actually ask me a question. I can do that. Okay, I see a lot of thank you message here. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for all of your support. Yeah, and okay, I also know that a lot of you here already enrolled for this. Some of you already enrolled for this. Type the word me. Yeah, yeah. Let me see who that already enrolled previously. Wow, so many of you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for first action taker here. Wow, so many of you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for support. Really. Okay. All right. So now, any other questions you want to ask me? You can ask me now. So okay. Ayura Ong say that if there's no hour information, the 5 element will still accurate. If you don't have hour, it will accurate till 70 up to 75%. Okay, it's good enough, right? Rather than nothing. Now you have 75%. Okay, JOMK say only PayPal cannot find the card payment option. Okay, so JOMK, you just click on the PayPal button first. It will lead you to the credit card option after you click the button. Yeah, somehow the payment page is slightly confusing. Okay, if you have problems, talk to the team. I see Grace Lin also have problem making payments. Sometimes when too many people at the payment page, they will jam a little while, right? So just say that you need help. The team here will help you. Okay, Casey asks, what do I do if I have general star in the month branch this year? So it's slightly too late, right? Wait for the next one. Yeah, if you want to do something, right? Yeah, do something that increase your leadership ability. Yeah, I could be more decisive. Yeah, there won't be a one way to do that, or train yourself to become a better leader by enrolling in a leadership course, or set a new goal to achieve something. Okay, I think Carrie just make a post. If you need a payment assistant, contact Carrie, Mark, and Teresa. Okay, do that. Okay, Moon Divide asks, a rabbit for next year as a general star, but have a rooster in the year pillar, which is a clash. Does it negate the rabbit general star influence? No, it doesn't. Yeah, it's still there. So the clash doesn't remove it. Yeah, the impact is still there. But it just means it's tougher. Okay, Eric Yap asks, what would be the main outcome or key learnings from the program I just shared? Yeah, it's all I shared just now, right? We talk about what? Right, the inner core transformation. We also talk about the health. So it's more about understanding yourself and the key to change, right? So it's not just information. Yeah, it's how you actually make a change. Hui Shi Ng say that, thanks, Iverson. Why I have a yi, but I don't find myself influential? Having a yi doesn't mean you're already influential. It just means that you have this gift within you, right? You need to develop it. Okay. All right. It's just like if you're having a wealth in your chart doesn't mean you're already wealthy, right? So it just means you have potential, high potential to become wealthy. If you do nothing about it, the skill will remain dormant forever. Okay, Ayura Ong, can you share how do you derive the horse general star for this year? There's a table, there's a formula to it. Okay, if you see this, what has happened, so there's a formula to that. Okay, Brenda Lee asks, I have a 3 rabbit year, month, hour. If I have 3 generous, what do you mean if I have 3 generous star in 2023? So it means that you're super busy. Everyone want a piece of you. You become super important, Brenda. Enjoy it. Okay, all right. Okay, Lisa Shaw say, what should I do if there are no generous star? Don't worry, there are so many stars, right? It just happened, I just talked about generous star only, right? You see, there's so many things you can do in the chart. So don't get discouraged. Yeah, so just treat this as an education process of learning. Okay, Lisa? There are so many ways you can use the chart, not just generous star. Okay, all right, great. So, and thank you. Yeah, thank you for your time. Yeah, truly appreciate it. I know some of you wake up very early and some of you watch this webinar during your work. I appreciate that. Yeah, work can wait. All right. This webinar more important. So once knowing this, now you can navigate your work better, right? Okay, thank you for that. So I hope do you enjoy today's content that we share today? Do you enjoy this? Do you truly enjoy today's sharing? Okay, great. I'm glad to hear that. You make my day, right? So you never know how much effort we put our work behind the scene, yeah, to get this content to you. So that is worthwhile once I see so many of you like this content here. So till that, I hope you to see all of you here in our next event, yeah, the Ancient BaZi Secrets or any kind of event. So, and keep in touch with us here. And like I just shared my Telegram, connect with me there. So, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Till then, take care, wish you all the best and stay healthy. I'm Iverson. See you guys again soon. Bye-bye.